So the actual reviewing last episode, Smash Brothers episode Game 9. Game. Wait, I said Game 9. Episode 9. Game.
He was like almost looked unbeatable for a time. Like he was looking almost like Ken-esque, I'm gonna say it.
That was legit, man. That was legit.
It looked like he was gonna kind of like go through this like reign of terror where he's like winning for like 3 years or 4 years.
And people said he couldn't do it with Falco. Where you at?
For a while it did look like that, but I mean eventually it's just how things work. Like people
Am I
catch
out
up,
of booze?
people get better,
Yeah,
people
I
fall
definitely
off.
finished it.
Somebody's gonna be there to replace your spot.
Team
Like,
Curse.
as long as people are hungry enough for it.
I think one of the biggest things for this game is upsets and regional or international rivalries. You know, Armada is probably one of the best things that's ever happened for this game. You know, that man coming in with a character that no one thought could win anything, Peach, right? He whooped all of our butts at Genesis, and so everyone, and he did it at the first Genesis. He almost won the first Genesis, so everyone said, oh wow, this guy.
He's a beast. I really think he's the favorite to win this tournament. If you were to ask me,
I agree. I'm rooting for
Armada.
Mango.
I'm rooting for Mango as well. He's my boy. I got his back. But based on what I've seen, it just seems like Armada's just taking off, looking like.
This was
ridiculous.
Apex 2012, I think. I'm pretty sure this was 2012. I can't remember if it was 2012 or 2013. Either way, Armada was definitely the dominant player of this era. He was. Mango, I don't know, was a little out of practice, whatever it might be. 2013? Okay. Thank you. Thank you all. Because, I don't know if I was at 2013. Yeah, I was. Wait, was I? Fuck, I don't fucking remember. I don't think I was at 2013. Anyway. Regardless, Armada was the dominant player at the time, and Mango was like a little out of practice during this tournament, so I don't think anyone
Mango being the best of all time
doubted that
if he had clear-cut victories over Armada. The Genesis ones
that Armada was going to win that one.
were what Mango said mattered. It's 1-1.
I don't know when the Armada doc comes out, man.
But they really didn't get to face off at other tournaments because there was Mango getting third at a tournament after Armada beat him, and then they just didn't see each other at all at Apex 2013. If Mango put in that effort, that time, that work, there is no question about him being the best the game has ever seen.
I'm too drunk to remember
But
anything.
because he hasn't put his all in when his back was against the wall, when the one person that really threatened his title, I think there would be a lot less chatter about that. But since he didn't put in the effort, he didn't try.
Excellent point by SFAT. This was crazy. Check my donations. Yes, sir. Oh shit! Thank you so much to... Hold up. When you win the lotto, you're gonna donate 10k. Thanks so much, Super Luba. Who said? Who said check your donations? AKA probably... K's 2389. How do you pronounce that, first of all? Is it K's? Is it Kaze? Like some kind of Kage type shit? Let me know. Because I'm definitely adding you. You definitely... Was that... I assume that was you that just donated? AKA Brendan? My man K's, dude. Kaze. Okay, so it is some Kage type shit. Okay, I got you. K's 2389. Don't forget the numbers. What a homie. Thank you for the $20 donation, dude. I appreciate it, pimpin'. Keep it pimpin'. But for real, dude. That is awesome. Oh god, what just happened? Hold up. Okay, we're good. I think we're good. Kaze equals win, Kage equals shadow. Oh shit. Damn. Alright, thank you so much, dude. So now to continue here.
There was a Facebook poll
Appreciate it, man.
first on Evo's Facebook.
Kaze the homie.
What games do you want to see at Evo? This is a list. Let's add one more, just to see. And the Smash community came out in full force saying, we want this spot. This spot was ours.
Fives, I briefly discussed this before, but I don't think Chu quite earned his episode. He's definitely the one person. If you had to make a single argument for anyone in the old school that didn't get their own episode that deserved one, it would definitely be Chu. But it was during the brief part, during episode 6, I think, or 5 or 6, where Chu talked about how he shouldn't have gone to the West Coast, and he kind of felt obligated to throw the matches to Ken in the grand finals of MLG. I was like, if Chu hadn't done that, he probably would have had his own episode. He probably would have won at least a few of those MLGs that he should have won, and he unfortunately didn't get his chance.
Once before, we want to take it back one more time at the very least.
Yeah, MacD left first.
There were some issues, you know.
He was the Smash manager. He left
Smash can't be that well represented.
A few months ago.
These had to be bots. Someone is like nuking Facebook to give them like 800 more votes. So the Evo staff was like, okay, let's do this the fair way. If your game got over 500 votes,
you replace MacD as the first piece.
We're gonna do a fundraiser.
Landon, he wasn't technically like
the most money
on the team as a sponsored player. He was the manager. So if you want to be the manager, then maybe you can apply. We'll make that shit happen. Put it in the rec, dog.
I don't know if I can deal with it.
It came down to Smash and Skull.
This was crazy. Alright, let's all post how much we donated. Let's all post how much we personally donated for the Evo drive while not having that much to really spend. I think I donated $45 out of my like $50 bank account to my name. Let's all post how much we donated to Evo being at Evo, or Smash being at Evo 2013.
We'd do an event on stream, and the next night they would have something. And then we'd have something. And then they'd have something.
Like $50,000, and we're not done. Like,
wow, Landon! Shout out to Landon.
To me. You know, and as cool as going to breast cancer.
Let me just ask for a tiny bit more support. We haven't even dropped the spirit bomb. That's true there.
Shout out to Landon. Just banter. If that's real, that's amazing, dude. Good stuff. Shout out to Baby Pancakes. Baby Pancakes, I 100% believe that he donated that much because he's such a homie. Shout out to Kai Smash if you actually donated that much. And shout out to everyone who's new. Obviously, you guys, you know, don't feel bad that you didn't donate.
Pull it out, but I have to definitely show our respect to my
because we still won.
Staff. It kind of was all surreal until Mr. Wizard pops in and says, "Do you know where we can buy some GameCubes and CRTs because none of our games use them?"
Yeah, I couldn't. Landon, I couldn't end up making it to Evo either after donating it for it to be there.
Because it was his home turf. I feel like.
That donation drive was funny that they were just showing where Homemade Waffles was talking and stuff like that on the Skype call. I briefly got on that Skype call, and it was the first time Ken and I had technically talked in like 5 years or something, and like it was a little bit awkward, but like it was just interesting that so many like figureheads of Smash like showed up just to try to get Evo into, or Melee into Evo 2013. Like it just showed that there still was like this ridiculous passion for the game, even when the documentary wasn't out yet, obviously, because this part is featured in the documentary. So I feel like a lot of the resurgence of the past year and a half or so has been due to the documentary, but a lot of it was due to Evo too. So it just showed how strong the Melee fan base really was, even during, you know, the pre-documentary, pre-Evo era. The fact that we were able to raise this much money toward getting our game into Evo was incredible.
Ostracized him, and I'm not sure if that contributed to his retirement, but like whenever he looks back at Smash and he talks to me on a personal level, he always says chaotic. Like the smashing was good for me, but like I don't know if I could deal with all the trash talk and all like the smashers anymore, treating me like that anymore. And I said to him, like, maybe if you turn up now, like they're always begging for you to come back, like they miss you, you know, you should really just come back and represent yourself. It doesn't matter if you feel bad anymore. It's nice to see a familiar face, you know, like, you know, sticking to his guns and like playing the game that we all love, and we love to see him perform and do his Ken combos, you know.
Can you hear, dude?
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Oh my God, it's the voice that we all know and love.
Evo was it's kind of weird getting back to it and thinking, you know, how far we've come since then. Look at the top 3 then. Ken was in first, Hugs in second, and some tough player named Mango got 3rd. Who would have thought that this many years later we'd be on that main stage? It's magical. Vegas is going to be fun.
Kufis, I think I just said no Johns Ken, or something like that. Oh man, you guys do not understand how mad I was when I first heard about this. Nintendo saying Evo couldn't stream Smash, I was just like, are you for real? Especially because I knew I wasn't going by this point. Yeah, it literally became the top story on all of Reddit.
Mango still considered best player in the United States right now.
This is a tournament everyone wants to see. It's like Virgil with swords.
That down smash was fucking godlike.
Wow! Perfect spacing.
He's got his hit and he can't make it back! Best players are in the US. This is the strongest country. That's why Armada winning was such a big deal. And then a torn.
Nice moonwalk. He's just trying to show off.
Yeah. You hear the USA chants in the background. Mango opting for the USA name tag. Oh, here we go, up air!
Oh, he's definitely loving it right now. He's been waiting months for this, probably years. Mango yelling at the crowd saying, I've got your back, I'm sending Armada home. This is coming out, he's got tech chase. Armada known for being very good pitches with a combo game.
Wake up attack.
And a stitch. This is vintage Armada. Oh, this is trouble.
Now is he gonna go for a low percentage kill? No, can't keep him out there. And the minute
Oh, it's knocked him out. He's taking his shirt off. Searching the crowd. Melee Army's very own Mango saying, I've waited so long for this one. This is one of the most storied rivalries in this game. These two have had tons of bad blood. So close.
Pixels away from that blast zone.
Bucks needs a miracle right now. Oh, he read that roll! He read that roll! Reminiscent of Genesis. He knew it was happening. He knew it was coming.
This is 3 out of 5 at Grand Finals. Oh, nice down. He's gonna save himself just from that one situation. But still, there it is! And there it is! The up smash and wobbles is gonna go down. 3-1 Mango has come all the way back.
From loser's bracket.
I think the grand finals ended up getting 140K 145K viewers.
For all
on
the people
Twitch.
that, you know.
And then apparently there was a Japanese streaming site where it got like another 100K. I don't know if that was just a rumor or true, but
They fiend over getting into the NBA or the NFL and this and that. There are people who don't have that athleticism or just don't find the same kind of pleasure in it. They prefer to use their minds on something else. For those kinds of people, this would have been great to aspire to be a cyber athlete. And
this
then
part's
play
very
for money,
emotional.
to be there, and I would have loved that opportunity. I would have done it. I would have dropped everything. I would have done it. People
Shout out to
like
Team
Wife,
Curse.
people like me, people like Chillin. There were a lot of people heavily
Man, I was
invested in the game
fat.
trying to make it the next big thing. JV3, M3D. These were people that cared about the game. They wanted it to be something bigger. These people have the same competitive nature that any other athlete does. It's just we don't have the means to nurture that and to make something of it. And it sucks. And I hope it changes at some point in the future, and not in a bullshit way, like they're trying to do with some of these games, where they're just commercializing it and exploiting these people that are legitimate mental athletes and exploiting them because they don't feel that the public will accept them as athletes. Hopefully that changes, and by some dumb luck, hopefully.
Skip Weiss part? No.
We'll see.
It's like the ultimate cliffhanger through the whole.
People want,
thing.
Nintendo to acknowledge our existence. If they pump some money into our competitive scene, it would be fantastic. A lot of people feel like. I certainly feel that way as well. But in that same sense, we're kind of weird as a game. We took Smash, this party game, and we made it our own.
What is R9K? I don't know what that is.
I think we are kind of maniacs in that sense. We have this sort of fervor for the game. We go from event to event. These are our churches, basically. There's no praying, except if, you hope your DI's on point. Nintendo will give us support. We'll put in the legwork. We can do it ourselves. We're still playing this game 12 years after its release. There's another game in between there. That game we weren't happy with. So some people in that community said, why not mod it to make it more like the game we love so much?
It is really remarkable. I think that Smash is the only esports community where we, as a community, as a majority, a plurality, whatever, we as a whole kind of stick to the older version because we acknowledge that it's better. I feel like in like the years, maybe let's say 2004 to 2010, there were a lot of sequels released for competitive esports games that, for lack of a better word, were brawlified. They were dumbed down to make them more accessible to the main audience, and people, regardless, would always switch to the new game. The scene as a whole would always go to the new game because it's the new game. You have to play the latest version. That's the version that's getting updated, whatever it might be, like the reasons behind that. That's what people would do for the vast majority of esports scenes. But for Smash, it's just melee. It's like we acknowledge, like, you know what, this game is the best way to play Smash. It's the most perfect like modification, the perfect like conditions. Like, this is the most fun, the most hype, the most exciting, whatever the reasoning might be. This is overall the best Smash, and we're just going to keep playing it. And I think it's remarkable that Smash is the only sport esport that really like focuses on an older game like that. It's really incredible. And shout out to Graken, sub hype. I saw that. Thank you so much, Graken, for the sub. Really appreciate it, man. And let's finish up here.
I think all that does kind of borders on lunacy, but I think, in this case, our love for the game being described as maniacs, not a bad thing at all. I take it as a compliment.
this ultimate cliffhanger ending
You mean
from
like
episode
Smash,
1.
like as a whole?
Yeah.
The whole thing?
The whole thing.
Want me to wrap up all of Smash? It means so much to me, and I really do think it was important. I really think it was important.
I love this answer from wife, though.
Well, it was a chance for us to be somebody. It was a chance for all of us to be somebody, and that was a big deal.
Most of my conscious life, I've been playing Smash. Like, it's this cliche statement, but it's more than a game. Like, it's literally part of my life. Most of my close friends, most of my best friends I've made through Smash. It also just shows, like, I feel like the reason I get along so well with Smashers is it shows their excellent judgment that they chose to play this amazing game. So, there's partly that, but, it's just, it brings people together that otherwise would not have been brought together. Like, I was saying earlier about, how we met DA and everything, like, there's no reason for me as like a 13-year-old high school kid to be hanging out with like these 20-year-old Bronx people, but it happened and it was awesome, and we actually got along and laughed with each other and stuff. I really like the fact that it brings together people. Oh my God! Look at young hacks. Hold on. Except girls. It happened and it was awesome, and we actually got along and laughed with each other and stuff. I really like the fact that it brings. This is Hacks people. Money, ladies and gentlemen. My God. Holy crap. That's hacks, guys. That's literally hacks. Good God. That's hacks money, guys. And like, what? This is probably 2007 or 2008. Oh my God. From every walk of life, really, except girls. But, we'll work on that too. Oh my God.
We understand that the small details, the small intimate...
Hold up. This is also a great part, but hold on. TR Virtua, are you serious? I'm gonna go ahead and just read his donation out loud because my man just donated $100. Are you serious? Graham, thank you so much. TR Virtua, aka Graham. His message is, preach it, man. I totally agree. This is one stubborn community, easily the coolest gaming community next to StarCraft 2. They say they share the same mentality as SSB players. You're awesome, the community is awesome, and you deserve this as well as the rest of the people that help support the scene. I haven't been involved in the scene for long, but I already love it. Thanks for everything you and the community have done to keep this scene alive. Graham Peters, TR Virtua. Thank you so much, bro. Oh my God. That means like so much to me. Like, I am basically speechless, dude. Thank you so much, dude. You are amazing. Like, wow, that's very, very generous. Yeah, man. Wow. I really appreciate that, and couldn't have come at a better time with this excellent wrap up to the documentary here. Thank you again, Graham, aka TR Virtua. You are amazing, man. Thank you so much. So, finishing up here.
Interactions we have in these very small meetups and small Smash Fest and tournaments make a really big impact, a really big deal on how we can communicate or how we can bond outside of that context. It's not about the Smash. Wobble said this to me a few days ago. He said, Smash Brothers is like an art form. It actually isn't about being the best. It isn't about winning. It isn't about learning matchups or competing in tournaments. It's about turning up at a venue with a game you all love and care about and playing it really cool. Just making it an art form. Just perform kick-ass awesome shit. Do awesome combos, invent stuff, be creative. Yeah, and I think that's why we cheer and we rave. That's why we bond. That's why we make friendships. That's why we hang out in hotel rooms and lobbies at 4 a.m. drinking and talking about God knows what. It's not because we play Smash Brothers, it's actually because we're just friends.
That guy was chaotic. He's a player from Australia who just happened to hang out with Ken's family a lot, and that's why he's featured in the documentary a little bit. The feels. Excellent documentary. Really impressive stuff by Samox, aka Travis Beauchamp, who's also a really cool guy. I got a lot of chances to hang out with him during the filming of this, and he's just a really down to earth, nice guy, man. He was very friendly to me the whole time, and that made this very, very fun to film. Am I excited about the Armada documentary? Absolutely. What's up, Evil Shadow? What's up, Snowy, bro? Alright, Dagon Crown. Or Dagon Crow, sorry. Thanks a lot for subbing, man. I appreciate it. I am about to cry. So
emotional. Back from a double jab. Mewtwo King takes it with a thumb.
I love this face Mewtwo King makes after this.
2 sets. He's done.
Uh-oh. Did I fuck this up horribly?
Twice today. The King Mango Nation in ruin. Because Mewtwo King, the Mega Bus, and the Fire Nation attacked.
He rolled in on the Mango Bus and just took over the Mango Nation.
It's a beautiful game. I see it as a symphony. It's a piece of artwork. It's perfect. It is a perfect game, and playing that and learning it and expressing myself through the game was always the most important thing.
Smash is jazz. Everything else is classical music. You can have the sheet music in front of you, and it's all about your execution, because you know what sounds are going to come out. Jazz, you have to play some improv in there. You know those scales. You know what notes you want to hit. Can you hit them on time? And if not, what can you do with it?
Here I am, like 6 years later, and Smash is still a big part of my life, so I'm in no rush, really. You know, whatever comes along, it might take Smash's place, but like, even if it does, like, there's always gonna be a small part of me that's always gonna, you know, yo, Tom, let's go in the basement. Let me expose that Falco real quick. You know, play a couple matches before we go out to a bar or something. Like, I know it's gonna be like that, and I hope I play when I'm older, because I definitely want to, like, I definitely want to just be old playing Melee. Like, that's just a funny image. Like 35, like playing like this really technical fox.
It's quite funny,
35-year-old guy. Like I just think that's hilarious.
Hell yeah, man.
Just like he was like 18-year-old kids at tournament. I'm just whooping him. Still got it.
Will not still play the game if it wasn't for the community. It's like in the beginning when I started playing, it was more like, yeah, I'm playing nearly. Now it's like at least half of the part is like, yeah, getting to new more people and see old friends and stuff like that.
At MCO, which is the Orlando airport, there were 2 girls holding up signs, one that said wife, one that said husband, to welcome us to Orlando. This was for MLG Orlando, and we got to keep the signs. These were our first and only groupies we had, but it was great. We went to Disney World together later that weekend.
Like, shout out to Smash community, we all kind of take care of each other, you know, when someone goes somewhere. But, you know, if I was in California, a couple people would house me, and then, like, you know, someone would be going up north for, like, school, and they'd drive me up there, and then I'd hang out with other people, so it was just cool how it worked out. It was just kind of like, you know, a little tour of, like, the United States, but not from, like, you know, a tourist perspective, but you get, like, the actual real stuff from, like, the people who live in the towns, and, you know, you get to see all the local spots and stuff like that. And honestly, like, I almost feel like that's more important to me than all the money and, like, the first place titles and championships or whatever you want to call it. Like, at the end of the day, like, everything I learned and experienced and met, like, that's the only thing that matters. Like, the money's gone now, you know, the check sits on the wall, it doesn't do anything. But, like, the experiences and the friends I made, they're still, you know, affecting me to this day.
Damn, some good stuff there. Shout out to PC.